Today, we're live from the Hills Pub in the heart of La Mesa. We're telling stories that matter and introducing you to some of San Diego's finest people. So put your party pants on and let's have some fun. I'm Claire McKee. Welcome to The Know. My first guest today is a realtor, a dad, a husband. He's with Coldwell Banker West. His name is Steven Rotzar, and we are going to learn a little bit more about him today. Steven, thanks so much for being here.
Claire, thanks so much for having me. It's great to see you all the way in East County.
I know! You got us out to East County. We're
I did.
totally in your hood today.
That's right.
A birdie on the street told me, like, this is kind of one of your favorite spots.
This is one of my spots. We're at the Hills right here in La Mesa,
Mm-hmm.
right on the main drag of La Mesa Boulevard. It's a fantastic local spot. Friends are owners. It's a fantastic place to bring community events. They're open for breakfast. They have
Yes.
some great breakfast options and the drinks.
Yeah, so speaking of the drinks, I've been told that Irish coffees are real good here, and the Hills opens at 8 a.m. So if I could get those coffees, do a little ting.
Oh, there we are.
Wow! Smile.
Service with a smile. Look at that.
We're gonna be really careful. I'm gonna cheers you very delicately.
Cheers.
We're gonna try not to spill this on ourselves. Ooh, and that will get
That
you
is-
going in the morning.
That's right.
Yeah, it will. Okay, so this is how today's beginning. And I will say, this is the first place that we have hosted our shows that is actually open for breakfast.
That's
so
right.
It's a little different for us.
It's cool. And they are open late at night as well.
Okay.
And their mules are amazing as well. So you got both ends of the spectrum for your day.
Okay, so maybe I'll have a mule for the show later today, and we'll just hope that I can get through all of this. But I do know one thing for sure. We're gonna
What's
have
that?
a lot of fun.
We are. We're
That
going to have
is
an amazing time today.
For sure. So, in true nature of every show I host, I always ask my guests to share a fun fact about themselves. So, what's something people may not know about you, Steven?
So, unless you're my immediate family or kind of on an inner network, you
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't know that I was the referee for the United States at the 2012 Olympic Games.
Get out.
No.
What did you ref? What sport?
So I was the water polo referee for the United States at the London Olympic Games. We have 7 international referees in the United States, and I was the one chosen, and we only get one per country, and I represent the United States. It was awesome.
Oh my gosh, that just gave me chills. Like, that is an absolutely incredible experience. I can't even imagine.
It's pretty. It's an amazing thing because I had been to different events, but in Olympics in person, I would compare it to people's Super Bowls.
Oh my gosh.
And I think that's what gave me a better understanding of how the rest of the world sees the Olympics. We have Major League Baseball, we have the NBA, we have the NFL, and we just came off of Super Bowl Sunday,
Yeah.
right? And there are people that really wait every 4 years to attend every single Olympics, and they come from all over the world.
No way.
And it was amazing, the camaraderie, the spirit behind it, the passion behind each and every country. Just truly an inspiring event to be at.
Oh
So,
my gosh, that's
fun.
next level. That is
Yeah.
really freaking cool.
So a lot of people don't know that about me unless
Nice.
you're on an inner network.
Well,
Yeah.
and what an honor. I mean, like you said, you're not just representing your community or your state, you're representing the entire country.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, have you always played water polo? Like, how'd you get into that in the first place?
I did. So I played water polo in high school, went on to play in college, but there was only club level here at the San Diego State University. And so a buddy of mine calls up and says, "Hey, why don't you come out and referee?" Well, at the time I was a bank teller. And I said, "Okay, I'll try it."
Yeah.
Well, I could make the same amount of money as a bank teller reffing water polo.
You're like, I like
And
this a little more.
So I literally put myself through college being a water polo referee here at the local level.
So cool. This is gonna be a really silly question, but I'm gonna ask
Go ahead.
anyway. Do you get in the water when you're reffing, or do you ref like up from afar?
Claire,
I'm just asking.
does this body look like it's been in the water lately?
I just had to ask.
Polar bear plunge, maybe, but no,
Okay,
we are
okay.
we are exempt and we get to walk on the side of the pool deck.
That's good.
Thanks for
That's
asking.
good. I
though.
just
Thanks for
I
asking.
just had
Yeah.
to ask. I told you we were gonna have fun.
That's right.
Okay, so best fun fact ever. First of all, we have an Olympic ref among us. But let's talk a little bit more about you
Yeah.
and your business. You are a realtor with Coldwell Banker.
I am.
How long have you been doing that?
26 years.
26 years. So did we transition straight from reffing to real estate? Like, what? How did that happen?
Actually, I still referee.
Okay,
So
okay.
I wouldn't say that ever leaves.
Yeah.
Refereeing was started as a hobby, but when I left the university, my plan was to go to law school. And my dad looks at me and says, "Okay, before we spend the money to go to law school, let's make sure that we want to do this."
Yeah.
And I said, "Okay, I got it." So I interned that summer under several of my law professors and things of that nature. My dad says, you know what, let's try to work together in real estate. And I've been working with my dad for 26 years.
Okay.
We have a blast together. He's the man behind the scenes and does a lot of phone calls and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But the day-to-day operations are my hands-on and
Okay.
my go-to. And it is a delicate act of balancing that old world charm that my dad had of old school business and what really works in our real estate business today, and cultivating those conversations and really bringing people in, because not everybody's a person, but everybody has a story.
Yeah.
And you have to learn that story to figure out what their wants and needs really are. And I think that's the art form that my dad really shared with me, that sometimes this day and age with technology and things of that nature, we lose that.
Yeah.
We lose that
Right.
personalization and what really cultivates and gets to understand why someone's moving, why is someone buying a house, why are you
Yeah.
selling your house.
Yeah.
And it's not always that they have to do anything. I've just this year, I mean, as a matter of fact, last week I met with a client and they really thought they had to sell their house, and in reality they didn't.
Wow.
You know,
They
and-
thought they were in a pinch and we're like, we got it, we gotta go.
Yeah, we just had to figure out some things differently, you
Okay.
know, and everybody has a portfolio, and you got to look at it from a portfolio perspective, and it's hard to look at that when you're face to face with it, because this is your home.
Yeah.
This is in the state of California. Your home now is somewhat of a nest egg. I mean, we don't really have any place else to build. We have ran out of land in most places
Right.
in let's say popular neighborhoods.
Right.
So it's a demand situation, and when you have that demand that's driving it, some people think that they have to do things when in reality they really don't.
Well, and what I hear is that you're truly doing what's best for your clients and the community that you serve, because you actually told someone, no, stay in your house.
That's right.
Don't sell it. You don't have to sell it with me. Stay.
That's
This
right.
is what's best for you.
That's right.
I think that says a lot.
And I think probably the crutch of what we do day in, day out is to find people that are truly honest with you is hard to do this day and age, especially in sales.
Yeah.
Because, okay, it's a sales gimmick, and no offense, but realtors do get a bad rap most
Yeah,
times,
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And we are in somewhat of a cutthroat industry to a certain degree. However, I have to say that there are a plethora of agents that are very, very good at what they do, and they do have their mindset, in place to make sure that they're doing what's best for their clients. And,
Sure.
and that's what keeps me involved. It keeps me helping and teaching other realtors, but most of all, that's why I love working with my clients, is because everybody has a story, and I
Yeah.
love the stories.
That's my favorite part of what I get to do as well. So
And the
have
best
fun.
is, like, have you ever met I've actually met the family that named their child after my dad.
No way.
So
Wait, what?
First time home buyer.
Okay.
Okay, this was probably, my dad was in his 20s when it happened. But yeah, the family actually named their first child after my dad.
I
'cause they
thought
never
you were gonna be
thought-
like, it's me.
Claire, we might be related. But it was really neat to see, because you don't see that in a lot of industries. But here you are, you're helping someone that is going to buy their dream home, their first home.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now they never thought it would materialize.
Mm-hmm.
And here it is, and you hand over the key. And these people still talk to my dad every day like he is a savior. Really.
I mean, he helped change their life
It
forever.
changed their lives, and it created a real estate portfolio for them that they never had. They actually own multiple properties now.
Wow.
And different things like that. So it's just really neat to be involved in people's lives, and we're kind of jack of all trades to a certain degree, because even though you're representing people buying and selling real estate's an asset, and it's just part of one piece of a puzzle that someone has to create their wealth. And it's just fun. We have a lot of fun every day.
It's way more than those four walls they're going to be living in.
That's right, for sure.
Yeah, that's super incredible. I want to know, what is the best thing about working with your dad? 26 years of working with your father. I mean, that's impressive.
I wouldn't trade it.
Yeah.
I go to work every day I married my best friend, but I get to go to work every day with my next best friend.
Yeah.
And it's
Your first best friend, if you will, right?
if you will, yeah,
Yeah.
the one that raised me, and
Yeah.
it's
That's really cool.
it's neat because I get to share experiences on a daily basis, live. I don't have to give him a call later in the
Right.
day. I don't have to do anything. We're living it together, and he's in the trench with me, and he understands how times get difficult, and transactions can become difficult at times, and it's nice to have somebody that's so close to you that really knows And we're definitely, let's say, good cop, bad cop, because he is wealth of experience and very low key compared to me, which has more of a pit bull animal type mentality. And it's funny. We have agents that'll call, and if I miss the call, my dad will pick up. And if something's happening in a transaction, my dad's classic line is, you can do this the easy way or you can do it the hard way.
Yes.
You can do it the easy way with me and I'd be happy to take care of it. But if you have to talk to Junior, it might be a little difficult. And that's okay. It's the balance, right? It's the yin and the yang of what really balances a business. And we have fun with that.
That's really, really awesome. So on the topic of family, it's been on everyone's hearts this past week with the passing of Kobe Bryant, and I know that he's actually influenced you and I think all of us a great magnitude, but one of your favorite quotes is actually from him as well. Will you share that?
Oh my gosh. You're gonna have to hold my coffee so I don't mess it up.
No worries, we gotta do it right.
So, you know, being involved with the national teams in the United States, even though the NBA players are somewhat segmented in what they do, the athletes join a national team, and the USA basketball national team actually competes just alongside with all of our Olympic athletes. So when they walk out together at the Olympics, they're all together. They're not, you know, segmented in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
A big part of that is that you start to understand the mentality of what it takes to be an athlete and to train at such a level to be able to perform day in, day out, and to make sure that you're giving the best you can, not only for yourself, not only for your team, but now for your country. And there's no better pride that can come from within you when you're standing there live. And I'll never forget standing at the 2012 Olympic Games and listening to the national anthem and watching the United States flag being raised and watching all our girls up there get a gold medal. It's an amazing, amazing feeling, and I can't do it justice. But one of the things that the Mamba mentality sticks with me. I have really strived, especially since I got married, because you really get focused on what's going on and the important things in life. And that Mamba mentality and some of I think Kobe and Shaq hit it really on the head, probably in a quote that I heard from him, is that Kobe was a phenomenal player. His work ethic, unmatched.
Yep.
But what was neat was to watch the last 3 years since he retired. And
who are you after the basketball? Now what, right?
Now what, right? Who are you as a man?
Yeah.
And I think I enjoyed that more than probably most things. I'm a super sports geek. I like quotes. I'm a huge John Wooden fan, things of that nature. And I use it because we homeschool our children.
Okay.
So I'm a homeschool dad, and you're trying to find inspiration for your child to live this life that sometimes outside pressures, social media, things of that nature can really get to a kid these days. I didn't have that when I grew up.
Right.
They have it. And so I find a different alternative to be able to push them. One of the things that was important to me that was a Kobe quote: the most important thing is to try and inspire people so that they can be great at whatever they want to do. And I try to pride myself in a life of service. Okay? You live a life of service, and I think if you have that mentality when you wake up every day, what can I do for others today? It comes back to you tenfold.
Always.
And my dad taught me that at a super young age, that if you can provide, and you provide not only inspiration, but you provide something that has quality that someone else can use. And it doesn't need to have a monetary value.
Sure.
It could be a hug.
Absolutely. A compliment, smile.
Anything, yeah. Exactly. A smile is probably one of the biggest things that hits the nail on the head. It could affect that person tenfold. So I really strive to do that. And I don't think in my younger years I understood that, even though, we went to soup kitchens and we did volunteer hours and things of that nature. But as you get older and as you get more mature, you can see how those types of situations and those interactions with those people have actually developed you as a person and as a human being.
Right.
And so I really try to push that onto my kids as well, is that to understand how to have that life of service, because it really comes back to you. And I think one of the questions that was really interesting when you were trying to figure me out, and okay, what makes Steve tick, right? When you live a life of service, how do I seek happiness?
Yeah.
Well, I seek happiness by seeing a smile on your face. or Cody's face,
Yeah.
or anyone else that we interact with,
Yeah.
right? What did I do that maybe changed your life or helped you today?
Yeah.
You know, I pushed you in the sun, maybe. I don't, something of that nature. But
Right,
it could
right.
be something so simple, but really, that's what actually fills me and creates happiness in my life.
And how cool is it that you can have that impact on someone with just one little gesture like that, and then they can go and affect other people because they feel so good now too.
It's so true. The old pay it forward type mentality, right?
Yeah.
But I think the Mamba mentality behind that is really to work hard at what you do. And I work really hard in an industry that is very challenging. We have technology that changes on an annual basis. When the business is good, we have other outside influences that come into our business and start driving the market in a different way. And we have to adapt.
Right.
We have to get better at what we do, and it strives me to become better. I find myself being a constant learner. I love to learn. I'm constantly studying how to not only make myself better, but how to make my business better, only so that my clients are that much further along when we have to do something.
Sure.
And
I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to mention the personal development aspect and
Oh,
how
you have
that
to.
affects everything.
you have to. I'm sitting here doing a video with you. I did not put my face on a business card until 5 years ago. And I never imagined I would be sitting here doing video with you.
Right.
No offense to you.
Oh, none
It's just
taken.
more of the fact that I'm not that person.
Yeah.
My dad had a belief that, you operated off of your name, and your name was your contract.
Right.
It was the ability to operate and know that when someone saw your name, that was somebody that worked honestly and ethically in our business.
Your reputation would precede you.
Absolutely. And now, I don't want to say we're forced, but I think video has helped us
Absolutely.
in so many ways, shapes, or form, because even though I can send you an email or I can text you, until you see my face and you look into my eyes, you don't really know what my belief is.
That's right.
I could write it in an email.
It's not the same.
It's
though.
not the same. And I think that's really helped our business personally,
Yeah.
because people are now given the opportunity to look at you and hear your own words and watch your body language and and really your passion behind what you do. I have a lot of passion for my industry. I love my industry. I love going to work every day and coming up with and solving challenges. Everybody, we kind of have a go-to in the East County is that if you have a problematic situation, go find the Road Stars.
Oh,
Because
okay.
we're problem solvers. Like,
Yeah.
give me the problem.
Yeah.
There's always a solution. We just got to figure out. And I'm a very out-of-box thinker. There's always a solution. We haven't crossed enough bridges yet to figure
Yeah.
out that solution. And we really try hard to make sure that everybody can be helped. No matter what the situation is, everybody can be helped.
Everything is figure outable.
That's right.
I love that,
Is
Steven.
that a word?
It is now. I'm gonna give this back to you. It has
Thanks.
been such a pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing. So
Thank
much
you.
about
I appreciate
yourself.
it. And if you ever want to know more about me and what we do run a blog. It's called I Heart East County. We'd love for you to follow along. We do visit other businesses just like this, and kind of gives you a pulse of what we see.
Yeah.
And someone asked, like, well, why do you do I Heart East County? And I said, well, it's easy. People always ask me where I go.
Yeah.
So I just started documenting where I go.
Pretty straightforward.
And here you are. Now you're at one of our venues,
Yes.
and I thank you so much for just coming to East County and seeing us.
Now we get to go where you go.
That's
Steven,
right.
thank you
Nice.
so much. We'll talk to you really
Thank
soon.
you.
We're going to play a little game, so stick with us.
All right.
We'll be right back. Nice job. We're back and we are still here at the Hills Pub in the heart of La Mesa. There's so much going on here. This is one of the first places we've been that we're actually here during their opening hours. So there's people eating, having a good time, drinking. They open at 8 a.m. and they have some amazing happy hours every day of the week. So I'm here with Erica. She's gonna share a little bit about what they have going on. First off, Erica, tell us, what is this beautiful wheel we're standing in front of?
So Claire, we spin this wheel every 30 minutes, Monday through Friday from 2 to 5.
Okay.
Whatever it lands on, everyone in here gets for the 30 minutes.
What? So it's not even like individual, like come up and spin it, like you do it every 30 minutes for the whole restaurant?
Yes.
Oh, so if you're here, you're getting in on the fun. I love that.
Yep.
And then you also have a food happy hour as well in
Yes.
the evenings, right?
Yes. Well, actually it's from 2 to 5, and then we do a late night that starts at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
You can do 2 different kinds of sliders, pulled pork or the traditional lake slider.
Awesome. So we've got the food, the drinks covered, good times all around. We're actually going to spin this wheel and see what happens. Tell us, what are these 3 drinks we have here?
So we have a vodka mule, a breakfast shot, and a chili watermelon margarita.
All right, awesome. So We're gonna spin the wheel. I'm gonna let Steven do the honors because he is our guest of honor today. Steven, let's see what your fate is.
Here we go, Claire.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Oh!
You know what red means? Red means, what is it? Watermelon?
Watermelon margarita.
Chili watermelon. So tell us what's in here.
So we have tequila, lemon juice, a watermelon pucker liqueur, and then some Sprite with little Sour Patch watermelon gummies.
Okay, so it's during the daytime. We're not gonna make him take down the entire drink, but I mean, if you want to, I won't force you, you know? He's gonna do it. He's making us all look so bad right now.
Wow,
Okay.
I'm impressed. Good job.
That was delicious.
Dude, now he's just putting us to shame. Now we're gonna have to drink them all down. All right, Erica, you go ahead. You're
I'm the
next.
spinner?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna spin. You didn't know you were participating. All right, blue for a mule.
For a mule, thanks.
How about it, girl? Are you gonna drink the whole thing? She said no. No.
On the clock.
Oh, I think you should spin, but there's only one left.
I know. I was like, what am I gonna? What if I land on red? Then I don't have to drink, cause you drank it.
I doubt it.
I doubt it. I think I just got out of it. I think I just got out of it.
I don't think so. Claire, this is a fantastic breakfast shot that they serve here at the Hills.
Do you work here?
I do not.
Just takes a while.
Why don't you tell me what this is?
This is Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey with a piece of bacon.
More Irish whiskey?
I know,
Trying
butterscotch
to
schnapps, and then orange juice. You chase with the bacon. So shoot first.
So I have to shoot
chase
this whole
with
thing
bacon.
down?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the Hills, Claire.
Oh, it's good though.
Good job.
I'm really glad I got that one.
Yeah, that's a good one, huh?
No, it's good. Last thing, I also heard your Irish coffees are amazing, and I had one back there. Is that kind of like your go-to in the morning for people?
Either that or a white Russian.
Oh my god, you guys are not playing. If you have not been here before, you gotta check out the Hills Pub in La Mesa. Everybody here is so awesome. Thank you so much for playing this game with us, letting us torture you just a little bit. Steven, thanks for being a good sport.
Absolutely.
You took that down like a champ. I'll still wait for you to send me the Speedo.
All right.
And thank you everyone so much for watching. I'm Claire McKee, and this has been The Know. I'm still eating bacon.